Is it somebody right on my core? This is the moment you're meant to know.
Like time through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives.
Well, hello there, sunflowers, and how are you guys today? Yes, I got Mama Crones deck right here today. However, I'm here to do a reading / request on Olivia Rodrigo and Louis Partridge. They recently, I'm not sure how recent you consider 5-6 months ago, but they broke up back in December of 2025. So you could pretty much say the end of 2025 / beginning of 2026, they broke up. And Olivia has since then released an album this year. Actually, let me look up when she released that album, but it was called, the name of her album is You Seem Pretty Sad for a Girl So in Love. And allegedly, after they had broke up, she had revised some of the lyrics to reflect the ending of their relationship. Maybe it was supposed to be an album about a girl so in love, and now it's a song about a girl that is sad because she was so in love. That's the way it sounds like it was supposed to go for me. Because you know how celebrities usually use their lives as inspirations. So that makes me wonder, was this somebody, because they have been in a relationship for 2 years or almost 2 years. They had met towards the end of 2023. So like I said, it seems like it was about I'll say 2 years that they were in a relationship. And being in a relationship for a year period in Hollywood time is a long time. So because of that, for them to be in a relationship for 2 years and then suddenly break up, for why, I don't know. Because I'm not familiar with Olivia Rodrigo. Allegedly, she was a part of Disney. Did I quote that way, or was it Nickelodeon? I can't remember, but Louis is a English actor, so I'm not too familiar with any of his work. But I'm not familiar with either of their works. But I think, was it Olivia Rodrigo? No, it was Jenny Ortega that did a collaboration with Sabrina Carpenter. So, yeah, even there, I thought I knew Olivia, but I did not. So because of that, I'm here to do a reading to see, and I figured out how I was going to do this. I'm going to do a reading to see how Olivia is feeling since post breakup, since she has definitely confirmed that they're not in a relationship, and she solidified that with what? Making an entire album about them breaking up. So because of that, they aren't in a relationship or trying to even get back in a relationship. So all I can see and do is pull some cards to see how Olivia is feeling post breakup. You know how you get that post breakup relationship clarity. Well, let me see how Olivia is doing. All right, these are some big cards. They feel big to me. All right, I shuffled. You guys saw the first card to represent Olivia and how she is after this breakup from Louis. We have the Tower. We're still in a crashing down, but that's okay. She had the Tower moment, and this could be her rebuilding after the Tower, but they broke up months ago. So that means she could still be recovering, or she could still be feeling like her love life and world is crashing down. And maybe that's why she needed an album to help her vent and express that. Let me just see, when did that album come out real quick. Oh, was this 2 weeks ago? June 12th. June 12th. That's about a month ago. A month ago, this album has came out. So she's still in that energy. So let's just see what is the block. What is the cause of her still in this devastated state, let's just say. The Nine of Pentacles. That's interesting. Foundation. Two of Swords. the Hierophant, the High Priestess, the Ace of Swords. Okay, these I think these cards are a little bit bigger for this side of the table. And let's just see. Those are those cards for Olivia. And because you wanted to know about Lewis and Olivia, I'm going to pull some cards for the outside influence to see how Lewis Patridge feels for Olivia post breakup. It's only fair to ask how he's feeling and how his side is feeling after this relationship. The Knight of Cups, the Hermit, the Fool, and the Nine of Pentacles. Oh, that's quite interesting. I'll pull a block card for him too, just out of curiosity. The Queen of Swords. Okay. That Queen of Swords will make her complex and make her both the representative and the block, shall we? So what do we see here? Well, for one, as I said, Olivia's the Tower moment. I don't think we need to go over any more over that one. However, we do have a lot of major arcana cards. The Hierophant, the High Priestess, the Tower, the Hermit, the Fool. Not to mention 1, 2, 3 of them came out for her, and then 1, 2 came out for him. So they're both feeling it, but she's feeling it just slightly more. That's why she's the Tower. I feel like that Tower was the tipping point, that breaking point. And that could be because she's the Nine of Pentacles. She has it all going on, the career, the status, the money, and maybe she just wants to add something else to her life. And this is a bit complex here. So, and then the Hierophant going back to the past, which would on the recent past, which obviously will be when they had broke up, going back to 6 months ago. We have the Hierophant, which symbolizes that she was in a relationship, and now that she's out of this relationship, she has the Tower moment. But moving forward after this, especially now that she has made the album, we have some stride moving forward with the Ace of Swords, a new beginning, a pick the crown up queen. However, it's all wrapped up in this Nine of Wands. That's why this not the Nine of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles. That's why I said it feels like the picking your crown up kind of energy, but because I don't see any kind of queen here, it's that status of trying to have her entire empire, and in the process of trying to build up, she got knocked down a few pegs, but that's okay. She needed that so that way she could rebuild, and she rebuilt it on a foundation that could still be quite a bit shaky, temperamental, with the Two of Swords, a blocked off kind of energy, blocked off to love, blocked off to the idea of getting in a relationship, blocked off to the idea of even sharing herself with somebody like that again, being vulnerable and things like that, because now we have the High Priestess, who knows what they could have shared, talked about. And so because of that, there's those emotions that she's still feeling with inside of herself. That's why we have that complexity. We have the High Priestess paired with the Tower, and usually the High Priestess only gives you information you're able to handle. And you know, sometimes you just need that, and you think, well, why would the Tower come up if the High Priestess only gives you information that you need? Well, in that sense, the information that she did need was what she needed to have the oomph to destroy something to build back up for a stronger, better future. That's the bet, because with that's the only kind of sense of judgment. So that's why she is able to come out strong on the other side. Nine of Pentacles. That's that weird, bittersweet. How could she be the Nine of Pentacles kind of energy block when she has this Tower moment? And it's all about, she's very honest, she's very open. I listened to her. How did she come up with some of the songs? She even mentioned some influences that she had. She talked about how one time she was out, I think, for a walk, and then somebody asked to just take her out on a date, and it was so random and so inspiring, and just to be suddenly inspired and awed and in love with someone like that, to just want to date them that quickly, say, hey, I want to take you out, don't know nothing about you, but just vibe connection. She's like, I gotta write about that, I gotta add that. That's something that could so like you see, that's that dreamy of building the future again, even though the relationship. So it's like, why are you so sad for a girl in love? So she's like talking about being in love, talking about being in loving relationships, feeling love, experiencing love, but it's through the tinge of sadness, loss, nostalgia, aching, yearning, longing. I don't know, just all those different things that could put together. It seems very poetic and like a book. So because of that, I could see that being very much high priestess energy, drawing from influences like the Hierophant, but also being the tower of having to start all over again and new with somebody like that again. So we have a foundation of a Two of Swords, a bit of a closed off to love right now, not even trying to get into a relationship, not even thinking about it, don't even come up to me and think you're going to get a chance. No. And so here we have the swords, so kind of energy, moving more strategic in love, more strategic with her, with herself, even learning to create those boundaries, because those boundaries are ultimately going to protect you. Tower type of energy paired with the High Priestess, learning. So that's why we are having that block, that Nine of Pentacles, because that's who she's trying to attain and build herself back up to be, that Nine of Pentacles that she once was. So it's getting back to that old status. So all that being said, how is he feeling, Lewis, since their breakup? Well, Knight of Cups, Hermit. Interesting, right? You would see that maybe he tried again, could have tried to make a return, come back around like they always say, but then that Hermit, that feeling, that rejection, that what was gone, what was, and it's not going to be anymore. So you go back off and seclude yourself because you know that there's no chance for it to revive itself again. So like the Fool, you would have taken chances, things that you might do or still try to do. I don't know, because I don't know how their relationship ended. All that is leading you to the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles and the Fool. How's the Fool working, but also doing things at their leisure and just taking chances? So all of those mixed, combobulated things is how he's feeling after Olivia, because the energy that I'm getting is it seems that she left him, even though she seems to be the one sad. That's why it seems a bit paradoxical. But hey, I'm not sure. You let me know down below in the comments, because I don't follow them. That's what I seem to be getting. But even if she wasn't the one that broke up with him, she is carrying on strong like the one that did the breaking up. So that way she can do the healing that it needs to be done. So that way maybe when they come knocking back on the door, the Fool and the Knight of Cups, offering love, offering opportunities, trying to, because 2 years is a long time. You think you know a person, you know, they're, especially depending, like I said, how much they shared with each other. So that would be something that you would know how to win their hearts back, as they say. But then once you realize all your efforts that you tried is going unnoticed or messages blocked, there's no point in to keep on trying. Eight of Pentacles, so move on, Hermit kind of energy. And for him, with the block card, we have the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords is somebody that is strategically maneuvering with intent, with strategy, cold-hearted almost. No emotions involved, just logic, reasoning, point blank, period. So that's the block that he's coming up against. I feel like he honestly could have tried to come back, and when he tried to come back, that had to make her build her tower up stronger, build up her border, her boundaries. That's what I'm feeling what this tower is really more sense of boundaries being rebuilt and strengthened, so that way they don't get walked over, crossed over, taken advantage of, kind of thing. And so that way, when you once think I was once weak and would have taken you back or would have tolerated it, I don't anymore, kind of thing. So with that being said, I don't know about Olivia. So I don't know about Olivia and Lewis, but that's the kind of energy that I got. Do I see them ever getting back together? No. Do I see a chance and possibility? No. Do I see them in a relationship? No. Do I see them wanting to get back in a relationship? One party, and maybe one party isn't. But honestly, at the very end, it ended off with the Hermit and the Eight of Pentacles, paired with the Queen of Swords, which is all about messages blocked to a sword, standing firm, 10 toes down on those boundaries. So every which way I try to flip it, look it, dip it, don't miss any other spot. It just seems like there is no sense of connection, talking, communication, working together, anything of the sorts. It's like excommunicated out of my life, kind of thing. And this album is my going away present, my peace offering, my goodbye to what was and what could have been and what now will be. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this quick reading on Olivia Rodrigo and Lewis Patridge, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for those requests. It was actually really complex. I wasn't looking for something that complex on a Saturday, so I'm sorry about that, guys. But that's hey, for that reason, that's exactly why it had to come to the end tower. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Give this video a thumbs up, leave your comments down below, become a sunflower, and subscribe. I did that backwards. Subscribe and become a sunflower, please, and thank you. And I'll see you guys in the next one. If you haven't already, thumb us up and leave your comments down below. And you know what I say to remind you all about that again? My mom is not here to play her recorder, so just think about it. Hype, hype, hype us up. Subscribe to us. And don't forget to thumb us up. Hey, sunflowers.